In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this ironing board cover. This is the current situation that we have here. It is looking pretty bad. It's time to update it and make it look 10 times better. There are a couple of ways you could do this. You could take off your existing cover and you could make a pattern out of this. I am going to show you the other way. So I have taken the top off my ironing board and I'm going to flip the board upside down. So when I was looking for fabric for this project, I went into my upholstery section because I knew I was going to get the length that I needed, because if you use cotton and it's for a big sized ironing board like this, you would get away with cotton if you were using a small like desktop ironing board. But mine is a full size ironing board, so I recommend that you check out your upholstery section in the store that you're looking in. Now I got 1/2 meter of this fabric and I'm going to flip my ironing board onto it. So the fabric is right sides down, so the printed side is facing the floor and the wrong side is facing up. So I only just have enough at the ends there, if you can see. So I'm going to go round and I'm going to measure 3 inches away from the board. And as you can see, this is the other end. In this part of the video, I'm going to recommend that you do 4 inches around, because for mine, it's just barely hugging around here. And I would have liked it to have hugged around a bit more. So I recommend 4 inches, not 3. So as you can see, I've taken my measurements, and at this point I want you to be doing 4 inches around the whole of the ironing board. Now I've got my pinking shears and I am going to cut all the way around the fabric. So we have the new ironing board cover face down, and I'm just going to fold them over and we're going to cover these raw seams first. So we're just going to create a hem. Now you're going to have a little bit of a problem when you go around these corners. You're just going to have to fold them over and just make it work. Don't forget, this is on the back side of our fabric, so don't get too hung up on about it looking perfect. So just get the iron and just go around and just create that hem. So as you can see, I have had to pinch it where it's gone round curves, and don't worry about that. That's perfectly fine if yours is looking like that too. Now I'm going to take the ironing board cover over to the sewing machine and just do a stitch all the way around here, just securing it shut. You're going to be using a regular 9014 needle and some polyester thread, and you're going to start with the straight stitch that's selected on your sewing machine. And we are just going to sew all the way down this hem. Always remember to reverse the start and go all the way around. Now I'm starting to come to these curves, and I have this amazing thing on my machine, which is the pivot key, which, as you can see, it automatically raises this foot up and down. So I'm not having to go back here and raise it up and down. So I can maneuver my foot around with ease. So with this being a curve, you want to stop and start and just maneuver around them curves. Just like so. It's really easy. Don't fret about it. It's an ironing board cover. There's better things in the world to be worrying about. This is the next stage. We're now going to create a casing for our cording. Now this is called rat's tail, parachute cord, whatever you want to call it. So your casing, or whatever you're using for your string, your casing needs to be big enough for it to actually go through, because we are going to now stitch this down into place. And as you can see here, my corners are still folded over, So as we sew them down, we just have to be careful about that and just make sure that it doesn't cause any problems when we come to want to put our cordon in. So go around, press it with your iron and attach some pins to there so it all stays in place. And now we'll take our ironing board cover over to our sewing machine once more. We're going to sew around. I have my needle in the down position, and we are going to leave an opening at the back in order to get this casing, the cordon through, so we can tighten it up later on when we've finished our project. So we're literally just going to go very tightly to this end here and go all the way around. And don't forget to reverse and then continue. As you can see, it's right along the edge there, and I'm going to go all the way around. Go as fast as you are comfortable with, guys. And just lift it up every so often as you're going around this corner. You may have to pull it through, like so, and go all the way around. It doesn't really have to look that pretty. At the end of the day, it's on the back side of your ironing board. And hey, who looks under there? Once you've sewed all the way around, remember you are going to leave an opening in order to push that cording through. Don't sew it all the way up. Now grab yourself a safety pin, attach one end of your cording to the end of it so it's safe, and through this hole here you're going to start feeding your cord all the way around. Now you don't want to watch me do this because it's totally boring, and I'll meet you back here when I'm done. So once we have our two cords threaded all the way through, you're going to have a little bit of bunching going on around here, so just even things out, and now we are ready to go over to our ironing board. And here we go. Here is the new ironing board cover. What do you guys think? So just to let you know that if I was to do this again, I would increase the width around my ironing board to a 4-inch increase around the side from the beginning, because it's on my board is only just grabbed to the side. I would have liked it to have curled around much more. So another thing to bear in mind is that ironing boards will vary on their thickness here. So just bear that in mind when you're doing yours, or just make it at a 4-inch diameter around your ironing board. I was super impressed with how quickly this project got put together. If I wasn't filming, it would probably take me, I don't know, I want to say about an hour to complete, which is super fast and satisfying. I produce videos every single Wednesday, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss seeing me next week. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.